Y'all are gonna hate me for this, but hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I've been in a really bad reading slump, haven't known what to read, been sick of what I've been reading, and so I was looking for book ideas to do or book videos to do, and I came across amazing video by the lovely Steph Bohr, and I was like, this is amazing. I mean, book tags used to be the glory of YouTube days, so why not bring it back? And she did that like a year ago. I know, sue me. But it just, I was so impressed, and so that is what I'm going to be doing today. So let's hop into it. The first question I have is a book that you tell people is your favorite book. Like if somebody comes up to you on the street and they're like, hey, what's your favorite book? What are you most likely to say? And for me, that is Finding 13 by Chloe Wash. I don't think that it makes me smarter per se. I don't want to look like I'm smarter because I am smart, but I don't want to look smarter than I actually am. But this book, you see how thick it is, and so I have to have like a lot of willpower to finish a book this long, and I have to have a lot of like mental strength, I guess, to keep reading for something this long, because I know some people, their attention span is really short, and for me, I love this book, so I think it's really great, and I think it's amazing, and I think that everybody should give it a try, in my personal opinion. Next is a book that's your guilty pleasure. So like one book that like you don't admit a lot of the times is your favorite book because you just feel like ashamed or like just like, oh, people are gonna make fun of me. And it's kind of like your comfort book, and like it can be cringy. Most people's is cringy. Mine is like, I love it so much, but some of the stuff in there was cringy, and I've reread it a bunch of times, and that's just how much I love it. And that for me is Divergent by Veronica Roth. I told you, what did I not tell you? I love this book, I mean, I think it's great. I think everybody in their lifetime should read it. I mean, there is a mix of everything in here. I mean, I flew through it. The first time I read it and then the reread that I read it. I mean, I flew through it. I loved it so much. I wish, words are hard. I wish I could reread this again for the very first time, just because of how much I love it and how much just kind of like is engraved with me still to this day. Next is a book that everyone loved, but you didn't. And it's really hard for me to admit because every time I go onto the BookTube or BookTok or Bookstagram community, I see this book everywhere, and I read it and I feel bad that I liked it. I mean, depending on the type of reader you are, I would recommend it. I'm gonna say that, but it just didn't. I had high expectations going into it just because of all the hype I saw around it, and because the author in general just gets a lot of hype around BookTok and stuff. But it let me down. So that is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood, and I feel really bad to admit that, but it didn't hit the spot. I mean, I just felt that she was trying too hard, because I don't like, if you know Ali Hazelwood, she writes adult romances, but this is her first YA, and she was trying so hard to, I guess, put adult features in there. I don't know. It just felt like she was out of her comfort zone. That's a good way to say it. I think that she should stick to adult romances, and I've never read one of her adult romances, but I think that'd probably be better, because I just felt like she's just trying to shove so much stuff in there that usually a YA doesn't have, and I think that I just think that this one, she just tried too hard and it didn't work. But I mean, I love the idea of it being a chess romance. That I did love. Next question is a book that you read the fastest, and this one is again my guilty pleasure, Divergent by Veronica Roth. I love this book so much. I can't even tell you how much I love it. I mean, I have Pinterest boards. I look at memes all the time. Like, Divergent lives rent-free in my mind. I mean, I used to have a playlist, I don't anymore, but like Divergent is just on my mind 24/7 every single day. Like it's really bad, but it's true. Next question is a book that you think deserves more hype. Now for this one I have two, just because both of these I think deserves more hype. One of them does get hype, like it does get hype, and you know the hype is worth it, but I think it deserves more than the other one. It gets a lot of negative hype. I haven't seen very many good hype. I know from Steph Bohr this book has really good hype, but from other people not so much. And so those books are Lightlark by Alex Castor and Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. So many people are just negative about this one, and I don't know why. I mean, yes, it's world building more than romance, but like the world building is really important to the story, and like you have to understand that, because you know there's gonna be 3 more books, so like you've got to pay attention and you've got to understand, and it can't just all be romance all the time. I mean, they're in the middle of a war, so like we can't do that, you know. And then I have Lightlark by Alex Astor. This one deserves a lot of hype, and I think that the hype that does get is, it gets pretty good hype, but I just think that it needs more. And Alexa Ray loves type on this book, and so I thank her for that. And this one pretty surprised me. This one really surprised me. Like this one really did it for me. Really surprised me. The middle part I would say was a little slow for me, but I think that if you are a fantasy reader like normally, I think that you will find it enjoying. But yeah, this one really good. Both are really good. I really loved them, so I think they both deserve more hype. For this next category, this is books that are getting turned into a movie / or TV show. Now for this one I have a lot, because I couldn't just choose one. There's even more on my shelf that are becoming, but the ones that I chose are the ones I think that I'm most excited for, I should say. Right, don't sue me for this, I already know, but this one is getting a new season. The last season, I'm pretty sure. The 3rd season comes out in 2025, summer 2025. This summer I Turned Pretty, really good, really excited for it. So yes, definitely. Then we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts, which I'm very excited for this one, like really, really excited. This one is getting turned into, I'm pretty sure, a movie by Amazon. Maybe it's a TV series. Yeah, it's a TV series. It's a TV series, but the author who wrote How to End a Love Story is like handling it. So yes, this one is getting turned TV series. Lightlark is getting turned into a movie by the producers by Universal, but it's from the producers of Twilight are doing this one. So very excited for this one. Very excited to see what aspects they're going to bring to it. And then Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I'm pretty sure this one's a TV series. I'm pretty sure Netflix is picking this one up and doing a TV series. So very excited for this one. Yes, very excited for this one, and cannot wait for all of them. So, but yeah, just more stuff for me to look forward to. Next question is a book that you have reread the most, and I think for me, this one is If He Had Been With Me by Lauren Allen. This book is so sad and heartbreaking. Like, there is so much I could say about this that I'm not going to, but I recommend, highly recommend this one. It's just so sad, beautiful, tragic, breathtaking. If you love Taylor Swift, I think you will enjoy this book very, very much. It is just so amazing and beautifully written that it just gives me courage, I guess, or it just gives me pride thinking about this book and how beautiful it is. And I don't know what else to say. I love it so much and I will always recommend it. This next category was super hard to pick, and it is a book that deserves all the hype it gets, which I think that there are many books and series that get a lot of hype and they do deserve it, and there are some that don't. But for this one, I'm gonna have to go with the Boys of Tommen series, which is Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and oh my god, Taming 7. There's more coming out, but these are the only thing that I've read this year. I only read these 3 this year, and I love them so much. Like, you don't even know. All the hype it gets is positive for the most part, and like, if you are not somebody who doesn't like pain, don't read them. Don't like, look up the trigger warnings. It's a beautiful love, sad story, but like funny at the same time. Like, I feel like there's a mix of like funny, sadness, and friendship and romance, like all mixed together. Found family, real life situations, real life accidents, mistakes, like all learning how to like navigate things on their own, like real world problem, like real world things that you have to learn whenever you grow up. And so I think it's really amazing and beautiful to get to read about that. The next question that we have is, what book do you recommend to people if they ask you for recommendations? And I usually recommend this one book because it is like The Hunger Games, How to Train Your Dragon. I've heard some people say Game of Thrones, but you know, I don't know that, so I mean, I can't tell you. Don't go off what I say. I've also heard people say Divergent, which that I can confirm is true, but that is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Fourth Wing, it just like captivates you, I guess. I don't know, like you open it up and you're immediately hooked, and it's amazing. Like, yes, it's a thick one, but like it's great. Like, I love it so much, and I always recommend it to people because I think that if you are a reader, I think that you should read Fourth Wing once in your lifetime at least. Next question we have is a book that has your favorite characters in it. Now, this is like super hard. Like, I don't know how Steph came up with these questions because they are so hard. But if I had to pick, I would say Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Kai and Peyton, they're just amazing. Kit's pretty funny, but I think that he is going to have some later like character developments of him in the story. So that I'll just leave up to you. I won't spoil anything. But all the characters in the series, in this book specifically, because I haven't read the second book yet because I'm waiting for the third book to come out. But all the characters in this book, they're really funny. They're sweet, funny, kind, really funny, I'd say. I always, like, you know, this is my next recommendation after Fourth Wing too. So, like, this one, Powerless, I even see that in Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing and Powerless, like, it's just amazing. And, like, I would just love to meet these characters, you know? I'd just be like, hey, you want to go grab a slice of bread, or you want to go to the market? Let's do it, you know? Like, I wish I could meet these people in real life because they have my heart. Next question is a book that you would love to live in. Now, y'all are gonna hate me for this, but it's Divergent by Veronica Roth. I love it. That's all I could say. I mean, I have said this book so many times in this video. I think this is the most that I've ever talked about it in my life. But I love Divergent. I mean, I think that you should read it. You should read it. Read it. There's movies too, you know, so you get bored, watch the movie. But like, I just love it so much. Like, I love the whole idea behind it. I love the aspects in it. I always will recommend this. So yeah. The next question is one book you thought that you would end up hating, but you loved it. And this one's gonna be a wild card, but it is Verity by Colleen Hoover. This book, I can't say much or else I spoil it. But it's just really good, you know. I really enjoyed it, really liked it. I really, like, going into it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be awful. But I ended up loving it because I've seen all the negative things about it. But I loved it. And so it's the only Colleen Hoover book I have read, but I think that I will end up reading a lot more of hers. So yes, definitely recommend it, definitely enjoy it. The next question is a book that made you cry. Now, this book, it's been a while since I've held it in my hands. It's been a year, actually. It's been a year since I held it in my hands. I'm starting to cry right now. I can't really think about it much without crying. That's why I don't like to think about it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make it through this clip without crying. But this is Allegiant by Veronica Roth. This is the third book in the Divergent series, and definitely sad. If you like feeling pain, I recommend this book to you. I don't talk about this one a lot just because of what happens in here. But yeah, I don't recommend this one. But definitely the first book that really made me sob my eyes out, and I actually threw it across the wall one time. So yes, definitely put me in a lot of pain. Next question is a book that you wish you could read for the very first time. And this one is again Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Now, I was gonna say Divergent for this one, just because I could experience like the world again and just like the characters again. But this one specifically, I would love to just like reread it for the very first time. Like I wish that I would have held off whenever I originally read the trilogy, and just like not read it for the longest time, I guess. But yeah, this one really made me cry, and so it holds a special place in my heart even after what it talks about. So yes, yeah. With all that being said, thank you so much for tuning in today. I love you guys so much. I can't believe it's already New Year's. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and new stuff coming very soon in the new year. And so I hope to read more and just really, just like try new things. That's gonna be try new books, try new genres, try new things. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye!